Thank the Senator for Texas for having this conversation. I don't think I was yelling, but I'll go watch the tape or screaming at you. I also have never called anybody on this floor a liar, as you did somebody in 2015 on this floor. And I get the theatrics of all of this. But I guess I want to say two things. One, I appreciate the fact that you, at least, seem to be accepting the fact that every Democrat who is here on that immigration bill in 2013 voted for it, voted for the 350 miles of wall that you're talking about. You didn't vote for that bill, or the senator from Texas didn't vote for that bill, and I assume you had your reasons. By the way, I wouldn't presume to think what you would think about it as a person from a border state. I say it's not far from the border, and we see the effects, for ill and for good, of immigration in my state. But I do know this: there were two senators from a border state, the border state of Arizona, who were on that Gang of Eight bill, with whom I sat day after day after day negotiating the provisions for months. And they didn't have to just vote for that bill, or against it, but they had to go home to Arizona, John McCain and Jeff Flake did, and explain why they supported it and why it was the right thing to do for Arizona, which, as the senator from Texas knows, is a border state. So the idea that there's a problem to be solved here because Democrats in this chamber are for open borders is false, as I think the senator indicated. The second point is the senator from Texas referenced Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin was standing outside the steps of Constitution Hall, and somebody who was passing by, this was while they were writing the Constitution, said to him, Mr. Franklin, what kind of government are you creating? A monarchy or a republic? That was the question. And as Senator Cruz has said, his answer was a republic if you can keep it. If you can keep it. His answer was not a republic. It was a republic if you can keep it. Because he knew that the words written in the Constitution weren't going to preserve themselves. That this exercise in democratic self-government, a democratic republic, would require generations of women and men, not just in this chamber, but as citizens. And I would say as founders, to keep the republic that they created. And that is what is at stake here. That is what is at stake when the government has been shut down for politics, when we have a president who doesn't believe in the rule of law, who attacks judges whose decisions he disagrees with, who attacks the free press, who have that freedom because of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. It's that republic that's at risk when we're not educating the next generation of Americans, when we're not investing in our infrastructure, when we have the unbelievable and unprecedented fiscal hypocrisy that has resulted in a ballooning deficit while the unemployment rate is going down. It's a farce. It is a farce. And so my closing words is to say I will work with anybody, including the senator from Texas, if he would work with me, to put this sorry episode behind us. And I don't mean this sorry episode, this government shutdown, although that is a sorry and pathetic episode. But this episode of American political history where we've done so little for the next generation of Americans and done almost nothing to honor the legacy of our parents and grandparents and the people that came before them. That would be worth doing before we all die around this place. With that, Madam President, I yield the floor.